Welcome to the United States of America, a land known for boundless opportunities, freedom of religion, and rich diversity. In this melting pot of cultures and beliefs, the Indian American community has thrived, enriching the landscape of America with timeless Hindu traditions, universal values, and a spirit of unity. Over the past 150 years, mandirs have risen as beacons of spiritual strength and cultural preservation, nurturing Hindu values and traditions in America. One such beacon is the BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham in Robbinsville, New Jersey. Envisioned by His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj and fulfilled under the leadership of His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj. Akshardham stands as an enduring symbol of love and unity, preserving age-old traditions while sharing universal messages of peace, hope, and harmony for all generations to come. Join us as we embark on a journey of discovery of the BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham, exploring the depth of its spirituality, the beauty of its architecture, and the universality of its messages.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rakhi Patel.
And I'm Jamin Brumbutt.
From the landmark BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham in Robbinsville, New Jersey,
to your homes all around the world.
Welcome to today's Spotlight.
Our spotlight shines directly to you from the heart of the BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham campus, a landmark that spans over 185 acres in Robbinsville, New Jersey, built by the hands and the hearts of over 12,500 volunteers.
Hey, Jamin, pop quiz. Can you guess how many statues and carvings are within the design of Akshardham?
Oh, that's easy. 500.
Try again.
1,000.
10,000 different design elements from Indian art and architecture.
That is just amazing. I can't wait to see all of it in person.
Well, you don't have to wait. In our first segment, we'll explore the ground floor of the Maha Mandir, the landmark central building within the Akshardham campus.
Welcome to BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham, a landmark of Hindu architecture, culture, and spirituality. Let's make our way into the heart of Akshardham and learn of the profound symbolism and messages within the beautiful interior. The journey into the Akshardham Mahamandir begins by walking up the steps leading to the Ardha Mandap. This pillared portico, made up of 3 chokis, makes up the Pravesh Choki, or the entrance passage, functioning as the transition space between the outside world and the inner parts of Akshardham, and also as a place for gathering, rituals, and ceremonies. Lord Ganesh, revered as the remover of obstacles and honored for his intellect and wisdom, warmly greets all who enter the Mahamandir at the front of the Pravesh Choki. 6 finely carved pillars surrounding the Pravesh Choki depict Bhagwan Swaminarayan, Swamis, Shakti Devis, and Ganeshji. Unique domed ceilings capped with sacred images of the 8 holy rivers of India and the 8 holy places of pilgrimage of India welcome all to the Mahamandir. Symbolically, both rivers and the pilgrimage places purify all who approach the Mahamandir's inner sanctum. Adorning the surrounding pillars are various decorative carvings of traditional Indian musical instruments, animals, and stories from the great Indian epics, the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Architecturally, the Mahamandir is made up of various mandapams, pillared halls or pavilions for spiritual rituals, gathering, and reflection. The first mandapam through the Mahamandir doors is a 38 feet high Swagat mandapam. This area, inspired by Haveli architecture in Jaisalmer and Saurashtra, is strategically designed to help maintain temperature control inside the mandir. 3 murtis on each side holding garlands, water, and flowers, and baby elephants holding a lotus flower welcome all who enter. The interior of BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham is designed and inspired by a discourse given by Bhagwan Swaminarayan on April 2, 1820, in which he stated that God incarnates accompanied by his Akshardham, also known as Aksharbrahm. Aksharamuktos, and his Aishwarya. The four main domes of Akshardham are based on this discourse, the first of which is the Parabrahm Dome, or the dome dedicated to God. This space, under the mesmerizing 40 feet long elliptical dome, is dedicated to Bhagwan Swaminarayan. It is in this mandapam that leads to the Mukhya Garbhagruh, or the central shrine of the Akshardham Mahamandir, which houses the sacred images of Bhagwan Swaminarayan and his principal devotee, Gunatitanand Swami. Typically in Hindu architecture, a single keystone is used to lock a circular dome in place. However, multiple keystones have been used to lock this dome in place, allowing for the oval-shaped slabs of stone to be properly secured. Moving out from the Parabrahma Mandapam leads to the Paramans Mandapam, which happens to be one of the largest pillared halls in any existing mandir in the world to date. The intentional placement of the pillars accommodates enough space for devotees and visitors to gather and reflect. The perimeter of the Paramans Mandapam is lined with 70 sacred 7 to 8 foot tall images of Swamis of the highest order. Ordained by Bhagwan Swaminarayan, each Swami is known as a Paramans and are each beautifully and meticulously carved out of a single block of marble. Incredible attention to detail has been taken, presented in a pose that helps to identify each of them respectively, and each one adorned with a unique flower garland made of flowers found from the region of India they came from. During the time of Bhagwan Swaminarayan, the Paramansas dedicated their lives to the pursuit of spiritual growth, the betterment of humanity, and celebrated devotion to God while living simple lives, renouncing worldly attachments, and adhering to a strict code of ethics. Directly adjacent to the Paramans Mandapam is the Akshar Brahma Mandapam. This mandapam focuses on the loving interactions between Bhagwan Swaminarayan and his principal devotee, Gunatitanand Swami, who was also known as Akshar Brahm. Highlighting the creation of the universe depicted by constellations, zodiac signs, and elements that form life, the Akshar Brahma Dome contains 12 Rashi Chakra, or zodiac signs, and 24 Nakshatra, or constellations. They tell the greatness of Akshar Brahm as the source of the universe as described in ancient Vedic texts. Gunatitanand Swami, Bhagwan Swaminarayan's first spiritual successor, is depicted on all the carvings on the pillars in this mandapam, along with other images and symbols related to Akshar Brahm, such as the Tilak Chandlo, Gunatitanand Swami on the elephant, and the Akshar Deri, his final resting place. The Akshar Mukta Mandapam celebrates the great devotees of Bhagwan Swaminarayan's time. The base of the pillars, carved to resemble peacock feathers, represent the elegance and greatness of these devotees. They came from all backgrounds and are honored with a permanent place in the Akshar Mukta Dome for their devotion, service, and contribution to the spiritual path. Lessons in faith, humility, honesty, integrity, mentorship, and more can be learned from each of their remarkable lives. The final dome is the Aishwarya Dome. Aishwarya means divinity, or the divine powers of God. Though extremely difficult to personify, murtis of avatars who graced the earth, Bhakta and Bhagwan pairs, or devotee and God pairs, adorn each of the pillars in this mandapam. Hinduism teaches that God manifests in human form in different eras. Representations of these different manifestations, called avatars, such as Sitaram, Radha Krishna, and Umapati Mahadev, are captured here. The knowledge imparted by Bhagwan Swaminarayan of the ideal path to liberation is centered around becoming an ideal devotee and then worshipping God. This divine nectar of God is represented in the Aishwarya Mandapam. While this architecture and detailed carvings are astonishing and mesmerizing, this is not the heart of the Akshardham Mahamandir. The heart of the Mahamandir are the murtis, or the images of God it houses. Bhagwan Shri Shiv, Parvati Ji, Kartikeya Ji, Ganesh Ji, Bhagwan Shri Tirupati Balaji, Padmavati Ji, Bhagwan Shri Ram, Sita Ji, Lakshman Ji, Hanuman Ji, Bhagwan Shri Krishna and Radha Ji, and Bhagwan Shri Swaminarayan and his spiritual lineage. Thank you for journeying through the sacred interior spaces of BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham, a landmark of Hindu architecture, culture, and spirituality.
You know, Rocky, constructing America's largest Hindu mandir was no small feat. It required the dedication of volunteers who collectively devoted millions of hours to bring this mandir to life.
Their stories, their sacrifices, their passion. It's time we bring them to the forefront, don't you think?
Absolutely. Let's dive into our next segment, Voice of Volunteers, and truly celebrate the heart and soul behind Akshardham.
But I can drive any type of equipment now, right? But it's something that whenever I see a bulldozer out there, I'm like, oh, I could go drive that. I could go dig that hole. Oh, up here, if you look up above me, you'll see rings of conduits. And so once the ceiling structures are fully put in, all these conduits essentially come down to the ground level, and they essentially spread out to our IDFs, right, or MDFs, our master data frames. My name is Ankur Patel. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I am a site volunteer. Site means a place where I can come, I can learn a lot, I can make a lot of friends, and I think even beyond that is a place where I can come and really get to know people. There's individuals that I've come across here who are, especially in the low voltage field, that have been in the field for 20, 30, 40 years. Right, low voltage is something that, to be honest, before I came here, I didn't fully understand. But low voltage encompassing any type of wiring outside of high power, right? So if you think about it, everything that we do has wires in it, whether it's lighting, security cameras, speakers, internet. Like that's interesting you say that, right? Because I think struggle can help a person develop in ways you never could understand or you never could imagine. I think struggles and from a resource perspective is always number one, right? Because, it's one thing to have individuals, but it's also another thing to have individuals that are very skilled and understand the technical side of everything that we do. But having the ability to teach people is something that we've learned throughout this whole thing. Even myself as an example, right? I don't know much about this from a technical perspective, but being able to learn, being able to ask questions with people around me, I think that's a huge thing. So trying to upskill people, try to educate people along the way was able to solve a lot of those resource problems, even from like a equipment perspective, right? That's something we deal with a lot of times, right? I've learned so much about the difference between high voltage and low voltage over the last 6 months that I couldn't even fathom knowing in my entire life. But I think that's one of the coolest part about being out here on site. And that's why, that's what site truly is for me. It's a place to come, to learn, to make friends, and to really just hang out and get to know people on a more personal level rather than a very superficial one. One of the first times I came out to Site Seva was back in 2018. It was, all the centers had 3 days of turns to come out and volunteer their time. And so, you book your tickets, you're ready to go, you pack your bag. I bought steel toe shoes for the very first time. I didn't even know what steel toe shoes were before that. I got some brand new gloves that got messed up in 2 days. But you come with all this joy, all this excitement because you don't know what to expect. We got here, I picked up trash for 3 days. But it was small, but just being out here, you got to see all this stonework happening. You got to see all this, people doing electrical work at the time. You saw these cranes moving in and out. I saw a lull for the first time. I didn't know what that was, a telehandler. Not even afraid to admit it. Like the other day, I was just thinking about it. I almost came to tears about it just because it's been a very, very big part of my life for such a long time. And not only the fact that, it's really like a lot of happiness in that too, because the efforts are finally coming to fulfillment. You're going to see the opening of this, Maha Mandir. You're going to see so much joy. You're going to see the face of our Guru Mahant Swami Maharaj, and he's just going to be, I can only imagine what his face is going to look like. As far as inspiration comes, to be honest, you can find it in every single person you see out here, right? But there's always those, those situations where you need a little bit extra motivation, inspiration to get through the situation. And there's one of our leaders on our team. He's somebody who's like the epitome of patience and somebody that I look to whenever something isn't working out or I'm just dealing with all sorts of frustration. I think the one sound that I'll never forget and I'll probably dream about still is the sound of like scissor lift, like reversing, like just any equipment reversing, whether it's a telehandler or a lull, whether it's a crane, whether it's scissor lifts, like that beeping sound is something that I think I'll hear for the rest of my life. After we're done with our volunteering around, sometimes it's midnight, sometimes 1 o'clock, I take a seat on the benches and I'm in awe. I look up at the sky, I look up at the stars, I look up at the Akshardham itself, and it's like you can't fathom that something like this was graced with our graced here in North America. So my team will probably tell you about this, but like I have a habit of whenever we accomplish any like mini task or mini project, I take a team selfie. no matter where we are on site. And they expect it now too. Like they form up, they get information, and they get ready. Uncle, aren't you gonna take your picture? Because it's become like it's one of those things. Like, you know, I'm gonna look 3 years from now. Google's gonna be like, oh, remember September 22nd? This is what you were doing. Right here. Here's one just right here. Like we finished working on something, right? And we're just literally just sitting down on the bench or sitting down on one of the on the stairs, looking up at the Mahamandir and just enjoying the moment, right? And this has become like a very regular trend for our team. So the reason I have tape on my helmet right here is like, so, you know, a lot of times, you know, we all have the same helmet to make sure that we're identifying whose is whose. Sometimes that's the easiest way of you tag it up. You'll see helmets that are just tagged fully with people's names, right? People will go around, hey, can you sign my helmet, right? Because we made so many friends out here. You made so many relationships out here. That's become a part of ourselves. Everyone has become really, really bonded with their helmet. And like that's their identity almost. And so, you know, this one's a little bare, but you'll see some out there that people have done drawings on. You've seen people sign their names on it. They get stickers and put them on there. But the hard hat has become one with the person.
Much of the inspiration behind Akshardham and its spirit of selfless service can be traced back to one guiding light, His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj.
His credo, "In the joy of others lies our own," has been a beacon for countless souls. He was a tireless advocate for community service, not for any personal recognition, but truly for the joy and betterment of others.
And it's this very spirit that has been the driving force behind the volunteers here. They've taken Pramukh Swami Maharaj's vision and made it into a reality, all while embodying his teachings of selflessness and community.
His impact wasn't just limited to building structures. It was about building lives, promoting values, and nurturing spirituality. Today, we had an entire program dedicated to celebrating his life and allowing his legacy to live on through His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj.
Let's not keep our viewers waiting any longer. Here's a recap of the heartfelt program dedicated to the life and teachings of Pramukh Swami Maharaj.
અક્ષરધામનો આત્મા છે પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ. માત્ર અક્ષરધામ નહીં, પરંતુ વિશ્વભરમાં 1200 કરતાં વધારે મંદિરોના નિર્માણ કરનાર પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ એક હિન્દુ મંદિરોના માસ્ટર બિલ્ડર તરીકે લાખો સ્વયંસેવકોના આત્મા સ્વજન બનીને રહ્યા છે. પરમ પૂજ્ય પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજે એ લાખો ભક્તોમાં સેવાના જે સંસ્કાર સિંચ્યા છે, નિસ્વાર્થ ભાવે સમર્પણ ભાવનાના જે સંસ્કાર સિંચ્યા છે, એના કારણે વિશ્વના ગગનમાં, અનેક દેશોના ગગનમાં પરમ પૂજ્ય પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજે રચેલા હિન્દુ મંદિરોના શિખર ગગનને આંબી રહ્યા છે. આ મંદિરો એ માત્ર આર્ટ અને આર્કિટેક્ચરના સ્થાનો નથી, પણ આ મંદિરો જીવંત સમર્પણના, સનાતન પરંપરાના સંસ્કારોના મૂર્તિમંત સ્વરૂપો છે. પરમ પૂજ્ય પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજે મંદિરોના એક માસ્ટર બિલ્ડર તરીકે વિશ્વમાં એક અનુપમ સ્થાન લાખો લોકોના હૃદયમાં આરક્ષિત રાખ્યું છે. આવો મંદિરોના માસ્ટર બિલ્ડર પરમ પૂજ્ય પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજને આજે અક્ષરધામના પ્રેરણા મૂર્તિ તરીકે અંજલિ અર્પી રહ્યા છીએ, ત્યારે એ વિશે વધુ માહિતી પ્રાપ્ત કરીએ પૂજ્ય જ્ઞાનવત્સલ સ્વામીના સંબોધન દ્વારા. પૂજ્ય જ્ઞાનવત્સલ સ્વામી.
આપણે સૌ જાણીએ છીએ કે ભારતીય સંસ્કૃતિના આધાર સ્તંભો સંત શાસ્ત્ર અને મંદિર છે. સમગ્ર શાસ્ત્રના સાર રૂપે ભગવાન સ્વામિનારાયણે પણ એમના વચનામૃત વડતાલ 19માં વાત કરી છે કે જ્યારે જ્યારે આ જીવને ભરતખંડને વિશે મનુષ્ય દેહ આવે ત્યારે ભગવાનને ભગવાનના સાધુ અથવા ભગવાનના અવતાર તે જરૂર પ્રગટ હોય છે. એટલે એવા સંત છે મંદિરોનું નિર્માણ કરે છે, એવા સંત છે શાસ્ત્રોનું નિર્માણ કરે છે. કારણ કે મંદિરની ઉપસ્થિતિ સમાજમાં હોય તો સમાજને અનેકવિધ લાભ થતા હોય છે. વ્યક્તિગત જીવનમાં, પારિવારિક જીવનમાં, વ્યવસાયિક જીવનમાં, સામૂહિક જીવનમાં અનેક પ્રકારના લાભ એ મંદિરોથી થતા હોય છે. આ રહસ્ય એ પરમ પૂજ્ય પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ જાણતા હતા. એટલે જ એમણે મંદિર નિર્માણની પ્રવૃત્તિ હંમેશા મોખરે રાખી. આ રહસ્યને જાણતા ભગવાન સ્વામિનારાયણે પણ આ મંદિર નિર્માણની પ્રવૃત્તિઓ આદરેલી અને એ પરંપરામાં પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજે પણ દેશ પરદેશમાં વિચરણ કરીને આ મંદિર નિર્માણની પ્રવૃત્તિઓ રાખી. સાથે સાથે કોઈ પણ જગ્યાએ મંદિર બાંધવાનું હોય તેનું રિસર્ચ પણ પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ ઘણું કરાવતા. સ્થાનિક સંતો પાસે ત્યાં હરિભક્તોના કુટુંબો કેટલા છે, ત્યાં બાલ મંડળ, યુવક મંડળ, વડીલ મંડળની સભાઓ કેટલી થાય છે, સંતોનું વિચરણ કેટલા વખતથી છે, સ્થાનિક સત્સંગ મંડળની ક્ષમતા કેવી છે અને મંદિર શહેરમાં કયા સ્થાને બનાવવું જેથી હરિભક્તોને મંદિરના લાભ લેવા માટેની અનુકૂળતાઓ થાય. આ અનેક દ્રષ્ટિકોણ એ પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ વિચારતા. વળી સાથે સાથે મંદિર નિર્માણમાં જે સમર્પિત સંતો અને સ્વયંસેવકો જોઈએ એ પણ પોતે તૈયાર કરી જાણતા. એ રીતે પણ માસ્ટર બિલ્ડર કહેવાયા. કારણ કે સમયનું યોગદાન આપે, ધન દાન કરે, વળી કોઈ વિચાર બુદ્ધિમત્તા એટલે કે પોતાના વિચારો એ પણ આપે. એવી એક ટીમ ઊભી કરવી, એક સમર્પિત ટીમ ઊભી કરવી એ પણ પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ આ દરેક 1200 મંદિરોના નિર્માણમાં કરી શક્યા. એને માસ્ટર બિલ્ડર કહેવાય.
પરમ પૂજ્ય ડૉક્ટર સ્વામી અમેરિકાની યાત્રા માટે 1997માં પધાર્યા હતા. દેશમાં પાછા જઈ અટલાદરામાં પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજની જન્મજયંતિ ઉજવાતી હતી. તે વખતે મિટિંગ થઈ હતી. એમાં એમને આખો રિપોર્ટ આપ્યો કે અમેરિકામાં ખૂબ સત્સંગ થયો છે. હવે તે વખતે તો નાનો જ હતો અત્યારના સરખામણીમાં, પણ એમને બહુ એવી વાત કરી. ત્યારે પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજે સૌ પ્રથમ પોતાનો સંકલ્પ જાહેર કર્યો હતો કે આપણે દરેક રિજિયનમાં એક શિખરબદ્ધ મંદિર, એક શિખરબદ્ધ મંદિર કરવા છે અને ન્યૂ જર્સીમાં અક્ષરધામ કરવું છે.
Every inch of this space reminds us of his bold vision. Every corner we turn, we still see him. To the world, Akshardham stands as an architectural marvel. But every stone, every arch, every pillar whispers his lessons and his blessings. For his legacy is not just carved in stone, it's etched in our hearts. In 2005, at the opening of Swaminarayan Akshardham in New Delhi, Pramukh Swami Maharaj was asked, "What is your next project?" Swami Shri replied, "We have just one project, to worship God and inspire others to worship God. At the core of Akshardham is God. It's the gift Pramukh Swami Maharaj bestowed upon us and the world. It's the only treasure he cherished, the most profound gift one could ever receive. Akshardham is the testimony of his devotion to Bhagwan Swaminarayan and his commitment to our Vedic Sanatan tradition. It's Pramukh Swami Maharaj's vision for generations to come to learn the strength of faith, the strength of devotion, and the strength of a community dedicated to God. The millions that will be inspired by Akshardham will experience peace, will improve their lives with timeless values, will experience the divine. And thereby, they will knowingly or unknowingly all have met Pramukh Swami Maharaj. Pramukh Swami Maharaj is the very soul of Akshardham.
અને બાપા પોતે આવી અવસ્થાની અંદર પણ પોતે આ જમીનો જોવા માટે ખૂબ પોતે તૈયાર હતા, ઉત્સુક હતા. ત્યારે આપણને ખ્યાલ આવે કે પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજે પોતે ખાલી એક સંકલ્પ કર્યો એટલું નથી કર્યું. પોતાની આવી તબિયતની અંદર પણ કઈ ઉત્સાહથી, કઈ ઝીલથી, કયા ઉમંગથી, કયા પેશનથી એમણે પુરુષાર્થ પણ જે કર્યો છે ને, એની અંદર આપણને બધાને એક મંત્ર શીખવાડ્યો કે ભાઈ સેવા અને પુરુષાર્થ એ સંકલ્પ પછી કઈ ઝીલ કે કઈ એન્થુઝિયાઝમથી કરવો જોઈએ એ બાપા એમના જીવનમાં કરીને આપણને બતાડ્યું. પણ બાપાએ પોતે સેવા કરતી વખતે કઈ સમજણ, કઈ નિષ્ઠા, કહેતા ઈષ્ટનિષ્ઠા, ગુરુનિષ્ઠા કેવી હોવી જોઈએ એના પણ અનેક પ્રસંગો ઊભા કર્યા. કારણ કે આ 10 વર્ષ દરમિયાન બાપાએ આપણને જ્યારે જ્યારે ઢીલા પડ્યા ત્યારે બળ આપ્યું, ધીરજ કેવી રીતે રાખવી, પોતાના ગુરુના વચન ઉપર કેવી શ્રદ્ધા હોવી જોઈએ, એના સેંકડો પ્રસંગો છે. બાપાના જે ક્રાઇટેરિયા હતા કે ભાઈ આપણે આપણી વસ્તી હોય એના 20-25 માઇલની અંદર જમીન શોધવાની, 100 એકર જમીન હોવી જોઈએ, આપણને પરમિશન મળે એવું હોવું જોઈએ, ટાઉનશીપ આપણને સારી રીતે સ્વીકારે એવું હોવું જોઈએ. બાપાએ આ બધા જે ક્રાઇટેરિયા એ વખતે સેટ કરી આપ્યા હતા, ત્યારે આપણા નસીબની અંદર જે બાપાએ જે જોઈ રાખી હતી એ જે આ જમીન આપણને પ્રાપ્ત થઈ, તો એમનો પોતાનો સંકલ્પ એ ચરિતાર્થ થાય છે. એ માટે એ પોતે 2014ની અંદર પોતે અહીં પધાર્યા.
Akshardham was Pramukh Swami Maharaj's vision. We can see that he truly lived his life motto of "In the joy of others lies our own," because he gave us this Akshardham, the ultimate gift that keeps giving. Today, we have several distinguished guests who we'd like to recognize, not only for taking their time out to celebrate our festivities here, but also whom through their religious, public, and community service embody the same motto. It is with great enthusiasm that I would now like to introduce Congressman Jonathan L. Jackson, who represents Illinois' 1st Congressional District.
This place is faith manifested on an earthly plane. Anyone blessed with sight can see your devotion in the details, in the architecture, in the care in the construction, and the love that imbues in the very fiber of this place. It is faith made tangible. It is faith made touchable. It is truly faith in action. Now, this place will stand as a testament of time, as a beacon of love, as a paragon for true justice and peace. I thank you all, and God bless this sacred temple.
It is now my distinct honor to welcome Assemblyman Phil Ramos, Deputy Speaker of the New York State Assembly. Please give him a round of applause as we ask him to address the greater audience.
This here is a monument to humanity. All of you are here because you were inspired. The vision of your visionary leaders years ago has brought everybody together, and only God could have created what you have created here. And the Hindu Americans here, by building this temple, creating the miraculous work that they have done here, have shown that their spirituality can move mountains. This temple is something that puts your faith, puts your inspiration in perpetuity. in a place that people can for generations come and remember what you have done here and remember the importance of God and the importance of humanity and the things that you do in your religion.
On behalf of His Excellency, Ambassador Abdullah Al Khalifa, I want to convey our greetings and congratulations to the BAPS Swaminarayan Santha of North America and its spiritual leader, His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj, and all of his devotees, and especially to the volunteers who helped construct this Mahamandir Swaminarayan Akshardham, a magnificent monument dedicated to all divinity and humanity. And it is my duty to be present here, to celebrate the joy of others like it's the joy of my own.
It is now my honor to welcome Congressman Jeff Van Drew of New Jersey's 2nd Congressional District to our Assembly, and I would like to kindly request the Congressman to address the Greater Assembly.
When I go back home, I'm going to try to describe what I have seen and heard here today, but there are no words that I can use. There are no pictures that I could take. There are no videos that would show the love and beauty and sense of togetherness that you all have shown me. I honor what you have done here. It is a tremendous honor not only for the state of New Jersey, but for the United States of America. So I bring with me the greetings of the United States of America, of the United States Congress, to everyone, and especially to His Holiness. I bring to His Holiness 2 proclamations, one for this beautiful, beautiful temple, and one for His Holiness himself, and also a special coin, a coin that is given in peace and love and respect. It is called a challenge coin, and it is something that I give to him in peace and respect and love.
With great enthusiasm that we welcome Mr. Srinivasan, an accomplished figure in the field of journalism and digital communications. I'd now like to kindly invite him to the podium to share his thoughts with.
What an incredible day and time and week you've had, the opening of this beautiful, sacred place. I know some of you have seen this book that was edited by my friend Yogi. It's called If Stones Could Sing. I love the title. It's If Stones Could Sing, a Hindu-American story of service and devotion. It's about Akshardham, of course. And the full statement is, if stones could sing, 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 the song of selfless service would ring. And this was His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj who said this. It's a beautiful way of thinking about why we're all here. I, as a young boy, came to America at the age of 9, and there was so little Indian culture that was available to us. There was a temple in Queens, but there was almost nothing else that we could see that was Indian. Now, in popular culture, in politics, in sports, we see Indian Americans, we see Hindu Americans, and into that mix comes this beautiful gift, not just to Hindu America, but America itself. I will leave you with a thought from the great representative, the late John Lewis. He said, we all come to America on different ships, but we are all in the same boat now. And today, what we see here at Akshardham is us in this boat with another beautiful addition to the great story of America. Thank you so much.
Swaminarayan, bhar jo antar, bhar jo antar. અંતર અક્ષરધમ શું પ્રીત કરી છે ઉમંગ છલકે આજ રે આજ રે આયો રે આયો રે આયો આયો રે સુવર્ણ અવસર આયો રે આયો રે આયો રે આયો આયો રે સુવર્ણ અવસર આયો રે છાયો રે છાયો રે છાયો
परम श्रद्धेय आचार्य श्री सद्गुरु स्वामी श्री ब्रह्मेशानंद जी महाराज खास यहाँ पधारे हुए हैं, जो इंटरनेशनल सद्गुरु फाउंडेशन के स्थापक आचार्य के रूप में पूरे विश्व भर में सनातन धर्म की गरिमा फैला रहे हैं।
ये बड़ा ऐतिहासिक क्षण है, क्योंकि अमेरिका के धरती पर विश्व का सबसे बड़ा मंदिर और इस मंदिर का जो ओपनिंग सेरेमनी है, उस सेरेमनी में हम सब लोग उपस्थित रहे। और आज ही मैंने देखा कि जहाँ न्यास प्रतिष्ठा हो रही थी उसमें हम सहभागी रहे, तो मैं बड़ा भाग्यशाली मानता हूँ खुद को। से तो प्रमुख स्वामी जी ने मंदिरों के माध्यम से मेरा सनातन धर्म, हिंदू धर्म विश्व स्तर पर ले गए। मैं आप सब लोगों को बताना चाहता हूं कि संत के दिमाग में कुछ और होता है, और जो दिखता है वो बहुत सालों बाद दिखता है। तो प्रमुख स्वामी जी ने मंदिरों के माध्यम से मंदिर बनवाने के लिए जो शुरू करे, तो वो सारे मंदिर बनवाते समय उन्होंने ध्यान में रखा कि सबका योगदान इस मंदिर को रहना चाहिए, और इसीलिए उन्होंने मंदिर एक ऐसा माध्यम चुना ताकि दुनिया उनसे जुड़ सके, दुनिया विश्व को हम ईश्वर से जोड़ सके। मैंने देखा कि ये हमारा मंदिर यहाँ बना है। इस मंदिर को बनवाने में जैसे प्रोफेशनल्स रहे, वैसे सामान्य से सामान्य लोग भी जो भक्त हो, वो उससे जुड़वाने के लिए जितने वॉलंटियर्स ने काम यहाँ किया है, उनको बहुत बहुत साधुवाद, क्योंकि उनके माध्यम से उन्होंने अपने बच्चों को सिखाया कि ईश्वर को कैसे प्रधानता देनी चाहिए, ईश्वर को कैसे हम समर्पित होने चाहिए। और इसी विषय को लेकर हमारे महंत स्वामी जी के माध्यम से, महंत स्वामी जी के प्रेरक विचारों से यहाँ आज इतना बड़ा मंदिर यहाँ ओपनिंग हो रहा है। मैं सनातनी होने नाते, हिंदू होने नाते, भारतवासी होने के नाते बड़ा गर्व महसूस करता हूँ कि आ जाइए आप यहाँ न्यू जर्सी में आइए और अपना सनातन धर्म का इतना सुंदर मंदिर देख लीजिए कि आपको भगवान का दर्शन हो जाएगा। इतना सुंदर। और आज भी इस दुनिया को यदि हम कायम रखना चाहते हैं, तो मुझे लगता है कि हमें स्वामीनारायण जैसी संस्थाओं के माध्यम से दुनिया को ईश्वर के ओर आकृष्ट करने की आवश्यकता है। देखिए मंदिर में आप जाएंगे तो कितनी कला कुसर उन्होंने रखी है, उसमें सारा कुछ सब कुछ आप देखते हुए आपको समझ में आएगा कि सनातन धर्म कितना विशाल है। उसमें पानी का सम्मान किया गया है, उसमें वृक्षों का सम्मान किया गया है, उसमें समुद्र का सम्मान किया गया है, निसर्ग को इतना सजाया हुआ है। लेकिन वो सब महसूस करने के लिए आपको अक्षरधाम मंदिर जाना होगा।
विश्व वंदनीय, प्रातः स्मरणीय, पृथ्वी पर જેમને ધર્મનો જય જયકાર કર્યો એવા પરમ પૂજ્ય પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજને મારા શત શત વંદન। મેં તો સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાનને જોયા નથી, પરંતુ હરતા ફરતા પ્રમુખ સ્વામીમાં જોયા છે। એક ગુણોનું એક સરનામું એટલે પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ। જ્ઞાનની જેમનામાં પ્રગાઢતા હતી, ભક્તિની જેમનામાં પ્રચુરતા હતી, ત્યાગ વૈરાગ્યની જેમનામાં પ્રધાનતા હતી, અને સેવાનો અસ્ખલિત પ્રવાહ જેમનામાં હતો એવા પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજ અને મારો એમના પ્રત્યે પૂજ્ય ભાવ એમના અનેક ગુણોના કારણે જેમાંથી 2-3 ગુણોનું આજે મારે કીર્તન કરવું છે. We learn so much by seeing him love others, and his circle of love was so wide, rich or poor. સ્વામિનારાયણ સંપ્રદાયનો હોય કે સ્વામિનારાયણ સંપ્રદાયનો ન હોય, સૌને માટે એ અસ્ખલિત પ્રેમ અને એ નિષ્કારણ પ્રેમ, કોઈ ભૌતિક વસ્તુની આશા નહીં, કોઈ પ્રશંસાની અપેક્ષા નહીં. ગુરુ માટે કેટલો પ્રેમ આ અક્ષરધામ બતાડે છે, આ રોબિન્સવિલ બતાવે છે. અને તમારો બધાનો પ્રમુખ સ્વામી માટે કેટલો પ્રેમ છે એની સાક્ષી પણ આ રોબિન્સવિલનું મંદિર આપે છે.
We gather today to celebrate the life, teachings and divine message of our spiritual guru, Pramukh Sai Maharaj. His universal message was simple yet profound. In the joy of others lies our own. કેટલું સિમ્પલ પણ એની તાકાત કેટલી અંદર છે, આખી દુનિયા સમાઈ જાય. He didn't just preach this message, he lived it every moment, every second of his life. He dedicated his life for others, serving others and inspiring people to lead better lives. પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજનો દિવ્ય સંકલ્પ હતો કે અહીં અમેરિકામાં અક્ષરધામ મહામંદિર થાય અને લાખો લોકો એમાંથી પ્રેરણા લઈને જાય અને અહીં જે આવે તે સર્વનું કલ્યાણ થાય. Akshardham teaches us to serve and help others selflessly, to be good humans, to be ideal devotees of God, to have hearts as pure as Akshardham, where God can reside forever. બહાર તો અક્ષરધામ થઈ ગયું છે, પણ આ અક્ષરધામ અંદર લઈ જવાનું છે.
आरती उतारिए फूल रे बधाइए, 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 आरती उतारिए.
Every corner of Akshardham tells a story that captivates visitors.
Let's tune into the Voice of Attendees segment and hear firsthand experiences from our visitors.
Amazing. I literally had tears in my eyes. My name is Savita Jain and I'm from Washington, D.C. भक्ति जिसे कहते हैं, इसका राइट एग्जाम्पल अगर देखना है तो इट्स हियर. जब मैं यहाँ पर आई थी अमेरिका में 23 साल पहले, तो उस टाइम पे सुना था कि हमारा कल्चर, हमारी संस्कृति वहीं पर रह गई भारत में, और जिसका मुझे भी बहुत डर था कि शायद ऐसे होता है यहाँ पर. आफ्टर सीइंग दैट, पक्का विश्वास है कि हमारी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन भी इस संस्कृति को, हमारी जड़ों को कायम रखेगी. You are setting an example for yourself for next generations to come. मैं आशा करती हूँ कि not just हम but सभी लोग अक्षरधाम को विजिट करने ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आए और आशीर्वाद पाए यहाँ सर.
it's just a lot of love. And the way the world is going right now, folks need a lot of love. What's up, everybody? I'm Mario Chalmers, two-time NBA champ. The word is brotherhood. That was something that we preached at the Heat, was always be there for your brother. How you guys are sacrificing your time is come out here and volunteer and do work to build something special. I mean, you can't do nothing by yourself. You can't do it all by yourself. And having that brotherhood, that camaraderie, for me, with 12 to 15 guys, for you, it's a community of people, hundreds of thousands. And that's what I say, everybody learns from each other. That's the best thing. Like, I want to be a part of something special. And this right here, I don't think you can get any more specialer than this. I played all overseas. I played in Greece. I played in Italy. And you hear about things like this over there. You actually go see it over there. And then to have something with that nature, that statue right here in America and in our backyard, it's pretty cool to be able to come out here and look at it.
Truly quite a spectacular monument to Indian culture and religion. I'm the Shesh Vadani. I work at Red Hat in the Boston area. It was incredible. The amount of intricate carving that I saw in the temple was truly amazing. A lot of dedication of the volunteers, lots of devotees everywhere. We actually saw a young volunteer, a young woman who had actually served in the U.S. Army, and she talked about her spirit of service and sacrifice. So the fact that we saw a wide spectrum of different devotees who both have deep roots, but also who are newer to the temple was quite amazing to see as well.
That by being together as part of this organization, all of them are better than where they were alone. Enrique Lores, CEO of HP. Well, as a CEO is what I want my teams to believe, that what we're doing is bigger than ourselves and that we're really going to be making a great contribution to the world. And clearly, the people of this organization feels it, sees it, and behaves accordingly to that. Something that I have observed, and I think is very important for us, is to be humble. And humbleness is something that you see as soon as you go across the doors of the building. And I have the opportunity to meet some of the Swamis, and you clearly see that humbleness in how they talk, how they explain what they do, and how they explain their lives, the experiences they have had in their lives. Meeting with the volunteers was an incredible experience. The inspiration that you see in seeing so many people working to build something together, that, as many of them said, is bigger than themselves.
The campus has been buzzing with several activities recently.
Each day brought its own set of memories. Let's revisit some of these special moments.
Yeah, so today we are here with the Dallas band, Akshardham band. I've been part of this for many years, but today we're part of a 9-day celebration for the grand opening of the BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham in Robbinsville, New Jersey. Yeah, so the band was established back in 1989 when Pramukh Swami Maharaj gave us a call and said that, I want to establish a band in America. And luckily, fortunately, Dallas was that choice. So, we got together. We were young kids back then. I must have been 9 or 10 years old. And, our first performance was Jacob Javits Center in Radio Music City Hall. And then from there, we basically played at every major opening of a Shikhar Bad Mandir in North America. Obviously, we're here at the Akshardham, but I personally have played at all 3 Akshardhams now, starting from Gandhinagar to New Delhi, and now here in Robbinsville, New Jersey. So. It's been a long trek, I know a lot of the the guys growing up for 30 plus years now. And it's great having to come in and out, as obviously life changes as you grow up. But, we're bringing in new band members, kind of sharing that tradition and passing it down from generation to generation. So I'm kind of an anomaly. I started with the trumpet, and we played. We used to practice every weekend at the mandir, coming together. And we practiced a lot for CFI and the first Akshardhams and stuff. I've never had formally been trained in music, but whatever I can attribute to learning music has been through the mandir and the activities at the mandir.
You can stay up to date on all BAPS activities on the official BAPS social media channels.
Whether it's Instagram, X, Facebook, YouTube, Medium, or LinkedIn, BAPS is there. Click, like, subscribe, and share your own memories from Akshardham.
Rocky, I believe we've covered everything we can for today's Spotlight.
Absolutely, Jamin. To our viewers, thank you for joining us today. Stay with us as we continue unveiling the wonders of Akshardham in our upcoming episodes.
Namaste and Jai Swaminarayan.